Hello, hello. This is High Priestess Jamila. Hello, early Sunday. Good morning. We are going to do some love readings. Okay, we're going to do some love readings this morning. I am not on camera, but this is exactly the same way that you can expect if you get a private reading. Okay, welcome to Divine Services. Welcome to the Tarot Queen Jamila channel. Before I get started on the readings, I just want to let you know that I am the only person that works at my company. Just to let you guys know, I've actually had people come to me and say other stuff. Nobody works for my company and nobody is a representative for my company. Okay, just to let you guys know, I've had a lot of people that have been plagiarizing me, and I've had a lot of people that have been trying to, run my business, even though they didn't start this business, but they want to run it. They got, even though I started it and built it up to what it was, they decided that they were going to tell me what to do with it, which, I know how to run my own business. I don't need for anyone else, because if anyone else tells you how to do it, it's going to be a failure. So, guys, I need to make that clear because I've gotten many, many strange text messages and phone calls. I don't know what it is. I don't know why somebody would try to run my business and they do none of the work. They go through none of the headaches, the pain. But it is what it is, okay? So I am running Cashapp specials, okay? You can get, if you are a Cashapp client, you can get a 1 hour for $50 for today only. Okay. So, and I was thinking about only doing up to three people. This is what I was thinking about offering this special to. Okay. So let's get started. We're going to start with the Aries for love. I'm going to see who is officiating over this reading first. All right, spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, ascended masters for all of the signs. What messages do you have as far as who wants to officiate? We want a love message today. What message of love do you have for everyone? Okay. So the card that we got up is the Page of Cups. I swear, y'all, I feel like it's like a little troll behind the scenes at YouTube just messing with my hangouts. I swear. I'll be thinking that because I don't know why it just blipped off like that. That's so weird. All right, so I got the Page of Cups in the reverse position. And what this represents is not really expressing your feelings or either expressing and accepting your emotions. I feel like in general, a lot of people are dealing with people right now that are not speaking from their heart. Okay, they are not speaking from their heart, and they're not telling how they really feel. So I feel like many of you at the moment are not being I feel like in your relationships or with love, I feel like a lot of you guys are not necessarily expressing how you feel. So the people that you deal with, you're not even really sure about how they feel. And then another thing I can sense from the officiator being the Page of Cups is that maybe not being open to love, maybe not being open to it. There was another thing that I was going to say, but it completely slipped my mind. I don't know how that happened. Okay. So we'll get back to that. I'm sure it'll come up again in the reading. All right, spirit guides, what messages do you have for the Aries, the Taurus, the Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, what messages do you have for today, for today's love message? We need it, trust me, guys, because I swear to you, I don't even want to talk about what I think is happening. Because this is a love reading. Like I said, a lot of the things that I'm thinking, a lot of the information that spirits gave me while I was asleep, they seem to be coming up. And I think it's important universally for people to check how they feel. You know, if you're feeling particularly more negative than you normally do feel, then something is wrong. I've noticed this. I've noticed so many negative people just filled with negativity, filled with it. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. But, you know, let's see what's going on here. Got a lot of court cards. All righty. So that's what the Page of Cups is saying. Page of Cups is saying things to trigger people. People saying things to other people to trigger them for different intents. But you're not saying, you're not speaking healing words to people. People need to really check the way they talk to each other. I feel like that's what the Page of Cups is talking about. You know, Page of Cups is talking about communication. The way that you are communicating, the way as far as with love, and this includes in all areas of your life. You know, I don't care if you're calling into your bank or if you're calling, you know, your cell phone company. You know, speaking to people and demanding and snapping your fingers and talking to people any kind of way, that's not loving. That's not, you know, people will, you know, pull away from you if you do that. People will pull back from you if you continue to do that. So if you are expecting to receive love, then you have to communicate that. Now, the Aries got the King of Cups. So I feel like the Aries people, you guys are feeling incredibly loved right now. I feel like a lot of you guys had a good weekend when it comes to Valentine's Day. I feel like a lot of y'all, either you took very good care of yourself, pampered yourself, or either your significant other was really there for you. So I feel like in the areas of love, I feel like the Aries people seem to be in a good place. Okay. Spirits, give me some clarity on this King of Cups. Okay. Yeah. The Empress. Also, King of Cups is saying that there seems to be some sort of blessings that are coming. And some of you Aries may either be expecting children. Like what Spirits is saying is that maybe over Valentine's Day weekend, many of you could have conceived children because the Empress comes up. If you didn't, you need to relax. If you are somebody that is trying to conceive, and by the way, guys, I do offer fertility work for people. I offer sacral chakra cleanses and fertility work. Okay. So if some of you are trying to get pregnant, one of the reasons why you're not getting pregnant is because you can't relax and ground yourself. And then there's also possibly too much negative energy that is around the sacral chakra. Okay, that's what the Empress is talking about because she kind of came up in the reverse position when I first brought her out of the deck. Okay. But other than that, I feel like the message is that, like, as far as with the Aries, you know, the King of Cups does represent a spirit guide that's probably bringing you blessings. I feel like this is probably about the law of attraction as well. It's got something to do with your law of attraction. Okay, law of attraction is very important. If you put negative energy out there for people, that's what you're going to get back. You can't get something with nothing. There's people that even want to feel and live a certain way, but yet their words and their actions and the way that they treat other people, so the King of Cups is coming up saying that there's blessings that are coming, but you have to be ready to accept those blessings too, is what he's saying to you, Aries. Okay. There's love that's coming, but you have to be prepared to accept that love. And then also the Empress kind of coming up in the reverse position represents that you have to nurture your relationships with words. You can't just expect something and you're not doing anything to cultivate that. Like I've noticed people expecting love, but then none of what you're doing is actually anything close to love. And then especially when it comes to romantic relationships, love and love making and stuff like that, that starts with the way you talk to your partner. You can't get up in the morning, ignore your partner, not say anything, positive to them, and then start talking negative to them and then expect for them to give you love. So love is not just one-sided. I've noticed that about people. People think that they can say whatever they want to say, but then when you respond, they want to completely deny it and blame you. And I think that's kind of what the spirit, like what is coming through with spirit, as far as especially going into Mercury retrograde. Okay. And Mercury is in retrograde right now. So the Six of Swords comes up for the Tauruses. So you Tauruses out there, you guys are moving on from a negative situation. This person was just so disrespectful to you. I can tell. Negative talk and disrespectful talk, that's what you're going to get back. If you sit and you talk about somebody or you talk to somebody in a negative way, they're going to say that they're going to do the same thing to you. You get what you get. You can't expect to get what you're not willing to give. So Taurus, whoever this person is that you left, I feel strongly that it is an air sign person. And this person just did not know how to talk to you. Communication is very important. Okay. So I feel like you left that situation because I feel like that person just did not know how to talk to you. And they didn't know how to express themselves. And they would, it was what I can sense is that you're leaving a verbally abusive situation as well. Okay. So some kind of verbal abuse. So I feel like a lot of you Tauruses are making a transition. Some of you are even moving out, like you were living with your partners and you're moving out because that person just began to bird box on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know what bird boxing is. This is when somebody just literally goes into a psychosis. That's basically what that movie was about, in my opinion. It's a movie that I got that from, called Bird Box, with Sandra Bullock in it. And I think this is, people go into certain psychoses. A lot of the times they do it out of fear, but they also, it's not just fear, it's also the way that their brain is entrained. Can you guys hit the thumbs up, please? Thank you to the person that hit the thumbs up already. I appreciate your support. Anybody else that's in here, can you hit the thumbs up for getting a free reading? Thank you. Thank you. I know that my ratings are disabled, but that's because of the obvious. Okay. So there's 4 people in here that don't appreciate having a free reading. Interesting. Or maybe you just haven't gotten your reading yet. Okay, that's fine too. Anyway, Tauruses, I feel like you guys are moving on to greener pastures and you're getting away from that person. I feel like that person wanted you to accept them unconditionally. They wanted you to just accept them speaking these frequency lowering things to you. And I can even hear them saying, well, you're not strong enough. You're too emotional. Stop being so sensitive. I can sense that. The Page of Cups in the reverse position would be somebody that's speaking negativity and negative words to their partner, constantly criticizing them, and then telling them, oh, well, you're being too sensitive. But let you do the same thing to them is World War III. And that's what it's been. And I feel like you guys are moving on. And I also feel as though you guys are done with it, which is a good thing. Because if a person refuses to change, if a person refuses to give you what you need, what are you there for? Like, I mean, okay, so another thing I can sense is the superficiality from this person to the point where they wanted to keep up appearances and appear to be happy and to be together, but behind closed doors, there was nothing but a bunch of strife. And then also, I feel like over Valentine's Day was not so hot for a lot of you guys, especially those of you that were in relationships, because this person just, it's kind of like a relationship that's just like maintenance. That's it. It's just maintenance. It's not actually a real connection at the heart. So I feel like you guys moved on from that. Okay. Moving on to the gems, sort of the same thing for you guys. The Ace of Swords in the upright position. So many of you Gemini women, especially those of you out there, you guys are having a new beginning. I do see new love coming to you. Maybe even today. Okay, for the Geminis, because anytime the Ace of Swords comes up, this is when you've had to go all the way around 360 degrees and you had to come back. You had to come back. And I feel like a lot of you Geminis are coming back stronger than what you were before and having this victory and this triumph over this partner that probably mentally abused you in some kind of way. Okay, so I feel like a new beginning is coming up for the Geminis. Okay, Cancers, something ain't right. Y'all got the 5 of Cups. Y'all really need to cord cut and cleanse your ex. Cord cut and cleanse. Cancer, you got the 5 of Cups. That you know what that says to me? There's a hex on your love life. I sense that. Look, guys, I'm a fellow Cancerian, and about 2 days before Valentine's Day, somebody tried to hex my love life. Like going up to that, like it's so weird. I'm also a practitioner, so I can see people in their rituals as they do them. Spirit will come and immediately tell me what they're doing. It's so bizarre. Many of you didn't get that message. 5 of Cups comes up. So you're wondering, why am I sad? Why am I angry? Why do I feel unfulfilled? What's going on? You need to check your ex. This is artificial. This isn't even real, what you're dealing with. It's not. Bless you. This is something that came up. Let me do some clarifying because that's crazy. And then a couple of other ones of you guys are having the same issue. That's one of the reasons why I came and told you guys to not give up on love. A lot of you Cancers seem to be off in this emotional place where you seem to either be angry Spirits, give me some clarity on this Five of Cups. Can y'all hit the thumbs up, please? Thank you very much. Also, if you're coming into the room, you can Cash App me for a 60-minute reading. I am running a Cash App special for today only. Okay? My Cash App is $Psychic Jamila if you want an authentic psychic reading. Okay, you can get one for today for on special. This is just for today. Yeah. You guys got the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Sun upright, and then the Three of Swords reversed. So that Sun tells me it could either be your father, your baby daddy, something to do with a kid. You know, cancers, for some reason, cancers just seem to have kids. They do. Yeah, you know what? You're probably going to meet cancers that don't have kids, but for some reason, cancers, we just always have children. Something about your ex trying to get you to come back. They want you back, but you don't want them. They're stalking you. They're also possibly using that, you know, guys, okay. Everybody is doing witchcraft. Let's just put it like that. Some people can do witchcraft in their mind. Some people can do witchcraft through dance. Some people can do witchcraft through sun gazing. There's many, many different ways. I feel that somebody is using the craft on you because you can feel the energies and vibrations of them trying to bring you back to them, but you don't want to be with them. So many of you felt like, you know, a lot of you are upset. A lot of you are already consciously aware of this, that this person kind of exists as this third party from a distance that seems to be, you know, throwing stuff at you. Not only that, even if you get back with this person, they're only on the rebound. They really don't have an intent to love you. They just want to exploit you. Okay? They want to exploit you. So move on and do not ever go back to that person is what Spirits is saying. And let them know I am never coming back to you. But many of you have some sort of hex on you. I can see it because this is, and there's a couple of other ones. In fact, the only water sign that seems to be doing good is the Scorpios, and that's because they're not tripping off of the past. But we'll get to the Scorpios in a minute. Okay. Leo's got the Knight of Cups. So there is love coming to you. The Knight is typically somebody that is making a love offer. Now, what I will tell you is that when these demons find an authentic psychic, they're watching your readings. There's several cross watchers in here right now that want to know if love is coming to you. They want to know because because your ex can be so meticulous, they can be so condescending that if they will cross watch your reading and if they see love coming to you, they will try to deter it away from you. In fact, some of y'all exes do readings on y'all daily to see what's coming to you, and they'll try to push it away from you. So Leo, that's why I said set the intent for this person to come in. Set the intent, set a very strong intent for this person to come in so that they can get through those blockages. Now, this person looks like they're either water or they could be an air sign. Knight of Cups is definitely telling you that love is coming towards you. Spirits, give me some clarity on the Knight of Cups for the Leos. I have quite a few clients that are Leos too. Yeah, Three of Wands reversed, the Lovers, and the Chariot. So again, the Lovers represents a major shift in your love life. It represents an energy shift. It represents a love offer. It represents a new person. However, the Three of Wands in the reverse position tells me that there is either a fire sign or it could be an air sign, in particular a Gemini, that seems to be trying to throw obstacles at your love life. Okay? And what this person wants is a little confusing, Leo, because whoever this is that your ex, they already have somebody. They have somebody, so it's a little confusing as to why they're doing that. But I think the problem is that they don't want to be with you, but they don't want nobody else to have you. Or either they're angry at you and they don't want to see you, move on. So that's why the Chariot comes up. The Chariot represents focusing on the future, looking ahead, not looking back, but focusing on the future. And many of you guys, I feel as though there may have been either phone calls or even people at work possibly trying to affect your love life. This happens all the time. All the time. Either somebody at your job that has some kind of crush on you, or somebody that just is evil and mean and spiteful. People are like that. There are some people that have given up on love and they want you to give up on love too. They don't want to see you fall in love. You wouldn't be able to and then stop telling people. Don't tell anybody about your new love. I can sense with the Three of Wands reversed that there seems to be some energies against you. And for some reason, you keep communicating this and it keeps bringing obstacles in your life. There's some people that you don't need to have that personal conversation with. And then especially don't have that personal conversation with social media, because your ex is watching your social media big time. Don't post things in your social media for a while. That's all you have to do, because you can tell that there's a conflict. The lovers is representing the past and the future. Okay. Hey, Orion's daughter. Thank you for coming. Good morning. So, I can tell that it's been at least 3 to 5 years or probably even longer for many of you Leos. And I'm just going to tell you that, you can't expect much from whatever it is in the past. Sometimes when you look at people in the past, sometimes people are not going to ever work out their issues. They're going to always have a vendetta against you. Okay? It's just the way some people are. You're welcome. All right. Same story almost very similar story for the Virgo. The Two of Swords comes up. I feel like a lot of you Virgos are consciously or subconsciously pushing love away from you because of something that may have happened in the past. Or you're walking and you're living and breathing in your ex's energy, literally. Everything that they said to you, you can't get rid of it. You can't let it go. That's why going back, see, with the earth sign people, guys, you guys have a tendency to hold on to things forever. You hold on to things. And spirits is saying that it's time for you to move forward when it comes to love and, kind of think for yourself. The people that you deal with, yeah, they would love to change your perception and your thought process. Some people just love to do that. Don't base the rest of your life based upon this one lover that just didn't do things right. Otherwise they got you. They got you wrapped up in their web. You need to go by your own conscience. And then some of y'all are making decisions about your love life based upon other people. How many times does that person have to tell you, No, 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 that's not the right person for you to get it. They're just telling you that because they don't want you to have love in your life. That's why they're telling you that. So why would you go and ask somebody else to interpret your heart or to say, what do you think I should do? Help me make this decision. Well, it, you know, you can tell obviously this person is going to tell you no. They're going to say, I don't think this person is good for you. If you ask them why, they're going to bring up the past. That's how you know. Oh, I'm bringing up the past now. Not anything that they did, but something that may have been done to them. Well, I remember one time I was dating somebody that was, called me at 5 p.m. every night, and I had nothing but bad things that happened to me. Well, maybe they was calling you at 5 p.m. because that's when they got off of work and they wanted to talk to you. So whoever it is that you're getting, love insight from, Spirit is telling you to follow your own consciousness. Let me look more into what's going on for the Virgos. Good Lord. No one, and you know what? I don't understand why. Yeah, Eight of Swords was the first card that came up. You're in a mental prison. The Queen of Pentacles. You can tell that this is either an earth sign or an air sign lover from the past, and then the Sun card reversed. This could also be a parent or either a brother or sister. This person just wants you to themselves. They don't want you to have love. You'll stay wrapped up into this for 10 plus years. And by the time you're 40 or 50, you'll realize it and you'll say, oh my God, what have I done with my life? You dealing with Jezebel spirit? Jezebel spirit, I'll get into that. Right now, I'm kind of in the middle of readings, but maybe it's relevant. Maybe that Jezebel spirit is relevant. But, we'll talk about it in a minute. Going back to the Virgos, the Eight of Swords, definitely.
Mom, we need burger.
Okay, baby, hold on a minute. Okay, so Virgos, it's time to move forward from that person. This person has you in a mental prison to where you can't move on. You're in bondage. And a lot of you guys, and I've seen it, guys, I've watched people do that. I've watched people in my own life. I have seen so many people, and, for some reason, everybody doesn't have the ability to do that because the Two of Swords represents discernment. It does. I have seen people totally go into mental psychosis, and it's like, you can't see what you're doing. So a lot of these people can't even see what they're doing. So what Spirits is seeing for the Virgos is that you guys are sort of upside down because that Queen of Pentacles reverse represents where, you guys have a lot of insecurities and unhappiness from that person. But you don't have to carry that with you. And, I can sense that this person did say a lot of evil stuff to you. Why would you listen? Why would you listen to a person that tells you that nobody is ever going to love you? Oh, you're never going to find anybody. Nobody's going to love you. You're not worthy of love. You're not capable of love. You're not good enough for love. You didn't wear the right pair of shoes for love. You had a bad day, so you can't have love. That person just literally filled your head up with all of this crap. And Spirit is saying that this is what your spirit guides are saying to you. They're probably knocking on your consciousness right now, trying to tell you that, and then also to tell you about your law of attraction. So I feel like a lot of you Virgos need some help with that. I've noticed that. And so, and you know what? Another thing, it's affecting the people around you. There's no friends. Nobody wants to be around you because of that, because you're so negative and bitter when it comes to love. So that's why nobody is coming to you, because of that. And this is something that you're going to have to see and wake up to. Okay. And okay, it's not that you're blaming your ex. It's you allowed them to take over your head like that and to rent a space in your head like that. And so, and trust me, guys, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Virgos do this all the time. I have seen Virgos that have been single for 10, 20 years. My mother is a Virgo. She has not moved on from my father, and they've been broke up for 30 years, almost. 30 years? And I don't know what my dad did to her, but she literally cannot move on. They're both Virgos. And I've begged both of my parents to move on. I begged both of them, please move on, because they've affected my love life, believe it or not. So just to let you guys know. So I know what I'm talking about. No, I'm not reading for me right now. There is probably 100 Virgos that are watching right now that are going to watch that are doing that exact same thing, because for some reason that is how these energies affect you. Okay. Moving on to the Libras. You guys got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is showing that there is an earth sign person coming towards you. I do see love coming towards the Libras. Okay. This is an earth sign energy. Very, very good energy around the Libras. Let me see what this person is offering, because they seem to be making you an offer. Okay. Okay. I've been watching you for a while now. You're different to others. Binding and smoking. I'm with Virgo. She's demonic. Well, you know what? You know why Virgos are so sensitive? Virgos are so sensitive because they hold on to things. Earth sign people don't know how to let go. Because they're earth energy. So things will sit and squat, and they'll let things just sit. Then they also avoid. So that's the reason why, usually around this time I get the same exact message, because these planets and energies affect the different zodiac signs different ways. So this has been pretty consistent for the Virgos, pretty consistent. It has been. This is what's been going on. But moving on to the Libras. Spirits, what is this person offering? What messages and advice do you have for the Libras? Okay. All right. So the Ace of Wands comes up, which represents a new love. It's new. It's not old love. It's new. Because I get a lot of Libras asking, are they coming back? Are they coming back? This is not somebody coming back. This is a new person. The Five of Wands comes up, though. The Queen of Cups comes up. This is a water sign. This is a water sign energy, or either a fire sign energy that doesn't want to let go, that literally is creating some trouble in your relationships. This person has done this over and over and over again. This person has done this consistently. Whoever this is that I'm seeing in the reading, Spirit is saying, do not let this person mess up this new love. The Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse position, because what you'll do is you'll build up a relationship with somebody, and this person seems to come in and tear it down. So Queen of Cups is actually in the upright position. She represents a spirit guide. She's saying to you, clear yourself of that energy, because that's going to consistently tear down everything that you build. And that's exactly what this person is doing. So if I were you, I would check and see what's going on with this Five of Wands. Why is it that the Ace of Wands comes up, but then this negative energy comes up? It's even jealousy or something. Whoever is doing this to you is extremely jealous of your ability to manifest love, to get attention, for people to even talk to you. But the reason why people talk to you is because your energy is open. Your energy is ready to accept love. And this other person is not, and they do bad financially as well. They got some financial issues too. So they're wondering, why are you having all this success? Why are you having all this love? And instead of, I would tell them to go worry about themselves. And they always talking to you about your love life too. You don't even be asking. They give you all this unwelcome advice. I would cut this person off. Okay, and I'm sorry. Who needs friends who needs enemies when you got friends like that? It seems like you got a problem with that. Okay. Moving on to the Scorpios. You guys got the 9 of Wands. So many of you Scorpios are moving forward when it comes to love. I feel a relationship, but I feel as though you guys are going through this period of hide your kids, hide your wife. Your ex is trailing behind you. I can sense them. That's why the 9 of Wands comes up. They are competing with you. The reason why they've been tearing you down is not necessarily because they want you back, but they want to have a successful relationship over you. But essentially, this is why the relationship ended. That's why it ended in the first place. Because instead of them enjoying the relationship, it was all about, well, what are other people thinking? Ooh, let's make it look like this so that we can look like we winning in front of everybody. And you sitting up there looking at them like, what? And so they're still doing the same thing. So you're a bit perplexed as to why your ex is even doing this. Spirit, give me some clarity. So I can see new relationships, and I can see you guys moving on. But I can see somebody in the past that, and they may even be a karmic, and they may even have they may even have somebody, but yet they're still pursuing you. And yeah, let me find out what's going on here. Yeah, the World reversed, the Temperance reversed, and then the Chariot reversed. So you can tell this person is either Sagittarius, Cancer, or it could be an air sign. This person is literally trailing behind you, not letting you go. If you even post anything in social media, Scorpio, that even remotely shows that you've moved on, or that you're moving on and that you're not worried about them, they start throwing daggers at you. They start doing things to mess with you, to try to stop you. I can also see a lot of you Scorpios traveling. A lot of you Scorpios either physically traveling away from whoever this partner is, trying to get some distance in between the two of you. This person's energy, like, first of all, changing locations doesn't really do a whole lot. You got to deal with whatever is happening within spirit. Temperance is telling me that this is like I said, I can sense a karmic, but I can also sense just, Temperance upright can sometimes be bad enough, but in reverse, this person makes all of their daily decisions based upon you. Very codependent person, doesn't have their own mind. That's why you broke up with them. Okay. So what I will tell you is that I would definitely spiritually protect myself from this person, whoever this is, because they don't want you to move on. They almost want a trophy. They want a trophy. This person is extremely controlling and diabolical. They want a trophy. They want to actually sit around with their buddies and say, yeah, man, she ain't never moved on from me. I done kept her single for 10 years now. They talk like that to each other. Women sometimes do it too. Oh, he's never moved on from me. And you know what? If I have a woman that comes to me and gets a reading like that, I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna say, whoa, why don't you want him to move on? Why can't he move on? Now, for some women, women are concerned about a man moving on because sometimes when a man moves on, this is what I will give you. Sometimes when a man moves on, he'll connect with somebody else that's just as toxic as him. And then the next thing you know, they doing work on you. I've seen it time and time again. So that's why a lot of women that are ready to move on, they rather see that person by themselves. But sometimes that person actually has moved on, but you just don't realize it. You're just out of fear. You think that that's going to be protection for you. So I understand that. But, I do readings primarily for women. Okay. Let's keep it real. I do readings primarily for women. And I can tell you that men think that it is a badge of honor the longer that they can keep you single after you break up with them. These are the facts. Okay. So what I would do is I would light some fire over there, clear out that blockage, maybe possibly even I feel like what they're doing is they're putting obstacles in front of you. So you know what I can sense for a lot of you Scorpios? Like shoes in the way, clutter around you. This is a manifestation of that energy. For some reason, the bathroom is blocked. Your pathway just continues to be blocked. You're having to step over and walk over stuff. Instead of having a clear pathway, there's a lot of obstacles. So let me do a final advice card for the Scorpios. Give me some clarity on the Scorpios. Yeah, the Strength card comes up. Strength card represents standing in your power, using your, you actually using that and applying it. You know what I'm saying? The Strength card represents also don't go back. This person, I can see this person wilding out, doing all kind of stuff to make you be angry and stuff. So Spirit is talking about the law of attraction and how this person has been able to infiltrate everything via the law of attraction by messing with and meddling with your energies. And maybe even messing with your sexual energies. I cannot stand when people do that. If I had $1 for everybody that did that, why? Okay, you broke up with that person. Why exactly are you tying up their nature? Why would you do that? They're not even with you anymore. So people will do that, and some people are just evil. Some of your lovers and your ex-lovers are just evil. They think it's funny. They think it's cute. Oh, she ain't gonna never move on. I told her she wasn't gonna find nobody but me. But yet and still they ain't really did nothing. They ain't really moved on either. And they making it more difficult for you to move on. Okay. All right, guys, let's move on to the Sagittariuses. I have a very important message for the Sagittariuses. I don't even have to throw no other cards, but I am. Y'all got the Four of Cups. Y'all not even trying to accept love. In fact, you've been having a lot of bad luck in love, but for some reason, you're not understanding the reason why. You're not picking up on why. The reason why is because, number one, there's a lack of appreciation. Sagittarius, this is hitting you guys again. You don't appreciate your lovers. That is the problem. They've told you that I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel like you really care about me. I feel like everything is all about you. What about me? Emotionally, can you be there for me emotionally? When you're going through something emotional, I'm there for you. But why is it that every time I go through something, I feel abandoned? And then also, even if okay, let's say none of that scenario even exists. Let's say that you guys, let's say that it was a bad thing and, something happened. But why not appreciate the lesson? Why not understand the reason why you went through that is because you were supposed to learn something about yourself. What's wrong with understanding that? So instead of you guys breaking up with somebody, because I feel like there must have been either breakups anywhere from the past 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, or 4 years. The problem is that you guys go into this deep, dark cave. You go into a void after you break up with somebody, and that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to move on. You go through this thing to where you're like, I don't want to accept love. And then you start getting down on love and you start blaming it on love. It ain't love's fault. It's the fact that you just ain't met the right person. And it doesn't mean that it's like, oh my God, I broke up with this person. The world is ending. It's over forever. They do. They do. Hey, Nova America, I know it. I know it for a fact. And I've seen it. I've seen it. I've been observing, trust me, especially with these readings that I do. All Sagittariuses do the same thing. And my Neptune is actually in Sagittarius. Okay. So I got Sagittarius in my chart, which is how I know that I'm right about that. Okay. Spirits, give me some clarity on the Sagittariuses. Let's see what happened. Yep, Page of Wands reversed, the Devil reversed, and then the Five of Pentacles reversed. In reality, you're doing self-fulfilling. You're the one speaking all that negativity on you. Now, your ex could be either a water, fire, or earth sign. Now, some of y'all may have hexes on y'all from y'all exes. You know what, Spirit? You know what, y'all? Sagittariuses are very, very outgoing people. They don't even go in hermit mode. You know what they do, Orion's daughter? They go and they speak against love. They're just constantly, being negative about it. They're not secretive about it. Like the Virgos will suffer in silence. Sagittariuses won't. You've been having you a Scorpio moon and rising? Oh goodness. I'd rather be a Scorpio moon than a Virgo moon. That to me, that is a weakness in my chart, is that Virgo moon. I can't stand it. Because all it does is lead to worry and stress sometimes. So if your Scorpio is a moon, if your moon is in Scorpio, that's actually a strength to have a moon in Scorpio or either Cancer. Okay. Now, going back to the Sagittarius. You guys got the Page of Wands. The Devil is in the reverse position. So this is either that fear or either where you're kind of like I said, the devil can always represent your ex-lover's spirits. But why let them? Why let them get you like that? And then the Five of Pentacles comes up. So for y'all, it's in the reverse position. This also tells me that many of you, something is going on with your sacral. So that's the reason why you're not necessarily able to make a connection with people the way that you want. And that's because there could be something going on with the sacral chakra. Okay. Not necessarily the solar plexus. I'm seeing sacral. Okay. Which means that your sacral chakra is connected to your intimacy. If that's off balanced, that's pretty bad. You a Virgo, Scorpion rising? Do you agree with what I said about what you Virgos tend to do? Y'all hold on forever. It'd be 2, 3, 4 years go by. And y'all sitting there thinking about what y'all ex said. I remember and I hate to bring this up. Sorry, Mom. But 20 years later, my mother would be talking to me about the things that my father would say to her. And ever since then, she's actually tried to induct that into my life artificially. She wants to see people say the same thing to me. Because my father said something that devastated her. And I wish he hadn't done that. I wish he would apologize and take it back. I don't even want to say what he said because I don't want to start no racial tension and get stuff going and stuff. But he basically said some things, oh, black women are this and you doing this because you a black woman and other races of women are better than you. She's held on to that for 30 years, almost. It goes and plays in her mind over and over again. You guys will hold on to something and it will play in your head like a tape recorder. You see what I'm saying? But see, that's what my father has said to my mother, though. My mother's a Virgo, my father's a Virgo. I bring them up because this is things that I know, and this is where I began to learn about this stuff because I would like it would be, I would be like 18. When I was like 18, she was saying the same thing when I was 19. She was saying, oh, your daddy said this to me. When I was 20, your daddy said this to me. I'm like, Mom, you realize you've been saying this for the past 30 years almost. So what if he said that? Move past it. Does that mean that it was the truth? No. It means that he said something crappy to mess with your head, and that's exactly what he did. Hey, yes. All the earth signs do that though. Like if you say something to an earth sign, like it could be the most minute thing. 10 months later, they still thinking about it. Even the Tauruses and the Capricorn. Now, Capricorns are a little different. Their Cappies are a little different. But for some reason, the Tauruses and the Virgos in particular, if you say something to them that bothers them, it'll play like a broken record in their head over and over again. Yeah. Yes, you do. Yes. Well, Nova America, just saying that doesn't mean that it's gonna necessarily happen. Like a lot of people need help with that. So if you guys have that problem, that's why I've been throwing them cleanses at you guys. Because if somebody say something to me that messes with me, because what happens is that your subconscious will take over. If somebody says something crazy to me, I'll do it, and if I keep thinking about it and thinking about it, and it's like a subconscious blockage, oh, I'll do a cleanse. I'll do back-to-back cleanses on myself. Because you need to get rid of that negative subconscious thought process. That person said that to you for a reason. They said it to mess with you. You know what I'm saying? So don't let people do that to you. You stuff. You said you stuffed then. She's okay. Hold on a minute. Orion's daughter was asking, she's damaged. Would you do a cord cutting for her? Here's the thing about doing spiritual work for people. They have to be willing to accept it. I've tried to do healing work on my mother before, and she's rejected it. So it's almost like the pain, she's gotten so used to that pain, turning into this energy that helps her to be strong without him, that she can't do that. Like it's almost like, no, we can't make it so that your father didn't say that to me, because if we make it so that he didn't say that to me, then where is my strength going to come from? So that's another example of codependency. Yeah. Not you, Nova America. Orion's daughter was talking about my mother. So doing a cord cutting for her is not going to help her. She has to realize this stuff on her own. Yeah. No, not you. And trust me, and your parents too, not just mine. That's why I be telling y'all, it's a curse that's coming from your parents. Every time I have somebody contact me about their love life, it's usually because the parents broke up and nobody is consciously allowing themselves to move on from it, not even the kids. So that's why you'll find that the same exact thing will happen that happened to your parents will happen to you. But to be honest with you, a lot of times it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So that's why, a lot of the things that they do will be like, oh, that's our enemy. But to be honest with you, the enemy is something that we can't even see. Because why would my father even say that to her? It damaged her. And I had it said to me, it didn't bother me. I was like, whatever, okay, bye, peace, peace. Like I wish she could learn from me. That I think that there was a couple of people, there was two or three different people that said that same exact thing to me. So, bye. You want to be with somebody else of another race or another culture? Fine. I moved on last week. I don't even know why we even still talking about this. What we still talking about this for? We supposed to be having more conversation. I done forgot all about that. So I wish that she could learn from me. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm like, well, mom, somebody said that to me. It didn't break my heart to the point where I'm broken. Yeah. You need a lightsaber to cut the cord on me. A lightsaber? You said saber. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the Capricorns. Now, Capricorns, I'm actually very astonished that you guys got the Hanged Man. What I feel, though, from this Hanged Man, and I am going to clarify this for you guys, you guys actually are having some of the same issues that the Earth signs are having, which is extremely surprising to me. So I had just said that Cappies usually don't have that issue, but you guys are having that issue. But the reason why is because there's something that you're trying to deal with subconsciously that has to do with self. Okay. Your dad is a Capricorn. Yeah, my dad is a Virgo. He's still the same person that he was when I was born. He's a mess. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Hanged Man for the Cappies. You guys seem to be having a hard time moving forward. And we're going to find out why. Oh, I know what it is. Oh, wow. You guys got the Death card, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So the same exact thing that I just spoke about, with my own situation, and which is what I see a lot. That's why a lot of you guys that come from these so-called broken homes, you never find a stable relationship. Well, guess what? Somebody is offering that to you, Capricorn. And you don't know if you're going to take it. Well, somebody is offering you a change. Literally the door has opened for you to have this stable relationship with somebody. See, the Ten of Pentacles came up. So many of you are trying. Oops, sorry, guys. I got my hair French braided backwards. Many of you are trying to move forward, but you're almost like, I do feel that it's difficult because you are like the black sheep. You're the sacrifice. Family issues is primarily your problem. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you later. You guys are literally dealing with that. What you need to do is to go ahead with the Eight of Cups, is to just let all of that emotional stuff that went on, either your parents broke up. And see, when your parents break up, all of a sudden, instead of the parents focusing on why they broke up and what's going on with them, they start to put all the focus on the child. And that's when they start to put all kind of negative stuff into the child because of their mistakes. So I can sense that a lot of you Capricorns, that's the case for a lot of you. And that's why Major Arcana, the Hanged Man, comes up. It's time for you to walk away and just leave that stuff behind. You know what the Eight of Cups represents? When you can't fix something, you can't fix it. You'll spend 10 lifetimes trying to fix that. So it's time for you to move on. And yes, I do see a lot of crazy stuff going on. Your ex done got intercommingled with your family. Your family done took your ex's side. You done got shut out. A lot of horrific things is happening. And it's leading you to a place where you feel kind of awkward. You feel awkward when it comes to that. So I do see either a Scorpio or an earth sign, another earth sign making you an offer, and they've made the offer, but it's been like forever. I mean, time waits for no man. They're not going to wait for you forever. They're not going to wait for you to forever. So, you said that you wanted it, but now that you have it, it's time for you to move forward in it, because I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles coming up, this person has probably asked you to marry them. And the first thing that you thought about was divorce. And the reason why is because either your parents never married or they divorced. So, it's important for you to realize that you are an individual person. Just because and yeah, your parents, they did that. They do that. They do that. That's why, guys, I felt like I'm going to break the chain for me and break those cycles. It may even be too late for me. Maybe I done got too old, but I know I'm definitely going to change that for my children. Seriously, which I don't think I got too old, but maybe I should change that for my children so that they're not feeling that way. Because those things do end up being a generational hex. How many times y'all done had either an elder or your mama or your daddy project all their problems into your love life? All of it. So, for example, my father manifests himself in my life all the time. When I did that dance video, my father hated the fact that my mother was a belly dancer. For some reason, I don't understand why. That's one of the reasons why he fell in love with her. But for some reason, when they got married, all of a sudden he didn't want her to dance. Well, that's what she did to keep herself healthy, to keep herself sane. And so now I feel like I keep running into these men over and over again that don't want me to dance. Why? Dancing is freedom. It's joy. It's Kundalini. Why do you have a problem with me dancing? I'll leave a man that does that. Oh, thank you, Orion's daughter. So yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, it's a trip, and I meant to come and talk to y'all about that, about how for some reason, you gotta look at that, because I think it's awfully suspicious that in the past 5 years, I've ran into two men that have said the same, like probably even about 10 men. Like I just keep running into these men that are not into black women. I don't understand. Then why are you here, sir? I don't understand. But it's funny how this is manifested in my life. And that was the same exact thing that my father said to my mother. And then also the fact that my father was a little controlling after he married my mother. He told me that men are going to want to control me. He said, yeah, well, you're going to be in love with him until he start telling you what to do. So our parents either intentionally or unintentionally put curses on our love life, instead of just letting, like, it's almost like they want us to repeat their cycle. So that's what a lot of you Cappies are dealing with. That's universally, everybody is dealing with that. Unless your parents was like the lovers of the century, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, and stayed together forever. Because I think Jay-Z and Beyonce are going to stay together forever. Even if they don't stay together forever, does that mean that little Blue Ivy and the twins can't never experience love? Is that what that means? And will they do that to their own children? Yeah, he didn't want anyone to look at her, Ryan's daughter, but it's just the point that and that's insecurity, because she was doing it. It was her business. My mother used to run a dance studio. She had a dance studio, and she struggled while she was with my father because his will and his intent was to shut it all down. So that's why many of you that had fathers that were like that, that's why you have a lot of struggle, because it's like an infectious disease. Your father infects your mother, and then sometimes your mother will try to infect you. So just be careful with that, guys. Cappy, you are being offered love and stability and a big house is coming up. Trust me, even if you haven't gotten the offer yet, this is going to come to you. Are you going to accept it and take it, or are you going to stay stuck back, not believing it? Oh, this is too good to be true. Many of you, when something good happens to you, why do you always say it's too good to be true? And then what you do is you start trying to purposely manifest the negative, the complete and total negative aspect that could happen. So this also has to do with a lot of people and their shadow work. Okay. Yeah, I know, but there's some people that, they get scared. I feel like a lot of you Cappies are scared. So don't be scared and cut the cord from all of that. Time waits for no man. Okay. Moving on to the Aquarius is the Six of Cups comes up. So Aquarius is you guys are getting ready to have a love reunion with somebody, Aquarius. And this could be a love reunion with a lover. It could be a love reunion with your children. It could be a love reunion with your grandchildren, but it just has something to do with love and family, and good energy and good spirits. Okay. So I feel like the main reason is because you guys actually, some of you guys, well, let's go into this. Let's clarify what this Six of Cups represents for the Aquariuses. You guys are reuniting with a lover, twin flame, if you believe in that, or a soulmate. You guys are having a love reunion with somebody. You're going to be thinking, you're going to meet them. You're going to say, oh my God, I know you from somewhere. Okay. You're going to say, I know you from somewhere. Or it could be somebody that you've already met in this lifetime that you're going to run back into. Maybe it was a missed connection. Let me find out some more info about this. Oh, Lord, this thing done drained my battery. Y'all, I'm only at 13%. I started at like 70%, but we almost done anyway. Spirits, give me some clarity on the Six of Cups for the Aquariuses. Yeah, the Four of Swords is reversed. Yeah, some of you guys are meeting up with people that you knew in the past. The Three of Wands comes up upright. King of Wands is reversed, which has something to do with yeah. This has something to do with your father, though. You need to pay it. You need to look to your father. This is what your spirits is telling me. Now, number one, what I want to tell you is that when you reunite with this person, there does seem to be a spirit that does act as a third party that does seem to bring up this particular energy over and over and over again. And this is somebody that is controlling and manipulating. It's you. Trust me, it's happened in every relationship. It has something to do with your bloodline. So many of you need to deal with that. I feel like this person is gonna be there to help you realize that some more. I feel like it is meant for you to be with this person, but you are gonna have to weather the storm, because I feel like these are problems that are gonna be brought about with spirit that you need to work out, especially during Mercury retrograde. These things seem to be coming back to you. And the reason why they're coming back to you is because it's meant for you to settle your differences. So with you guys, if you're finding that stuff is coming back up from the past, use that to learn from, because the Four of Swords represents when you separate from somebody, but you sit back and you reevaluate and you understand why that happened. So you're learning from the experience rather than allowing the experience to tear you down. Make sense? Why you resonating with all the readings? You know what? I resonate with a couple of them. The Taurus is reading. I'm not resonating with the Cancers. I am resonating with the Leos. Cancers. I'm a Cancer sun, so I'm not sure why. Um, and I need to go back and listen to that reading because it seems like maybe the proper action is not being taken. Um, but yeah, it's understandable, and I don't resonate with the Sagittariuses either or the Capricorns, because if somebody came up to me and was like, hey, I want to marry you, I got everything that you need, and if I want them, if I like them, then I'm gonna go for it. Okay, I'm sorry, but so that's another thing that Capricorns is going through. The ones that you want don't want you, but the ones that want you don't want them. So that's strange. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. One more reading, and then we're done. Before I get done with the Pisceans, you guys, I am running a special. I'm running a Cash App special. You can get a 60-minute reading for only 50. If you're new to Cash App, they'll give you $5 of it back. I can't control that, but yeah, they'll give you $5. So that's why I always encourage people to sign up with Cash App. So if you're new to them, it'll actually be less than 50. What in the world? Okay. Pisceans, you guys got the 10 of Swords. Mercury retrograde is really, really messing with you guys. Let me connect my phone to the charger real quick, guys, because it's losing battery quick. And honestly, that is so weird that it's doing that, because I gotta charge my phone up all over again. Darn it. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Stop that. Okay. All right, so Pisceans, you guys got the 10 of Swords. You guys are going through either a bad breakup or you're going through a bad time. Something is happening. I feel as though it either could be in your family or either your circle of friends. I'm going to find out what's going on with that. I can sense a betrayal, and I can sense a negative ending that either is going to happen or just recently happened. Spirits, give me some clarity on the 10 of Swords. Okay, so the Strength card comes up, the Lovers, and the Queen of Pentacles. What this tells me is that what this tells me is that many of you are in a place where you're kind of being a little self-destructive right now. That's what the Strength card can sometimes represent, hey, don't self-destruct. Don't self-destruct. I do see a love offer being made by an earth sign. This is either a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. But I feel that there is either a negative association or either a breakup or an ex that seems to be causing some destruction. Things that person is doing, things that person has said to you. They may even be doing head work on you. Whoever this person is, they are either fire or air, and the relationship is ending. And I feel like a lot of you guys just want it to be over. You just want it to be over. The spirit is definitely saying that I feel as though coming up around April, May is when there's going to be like an energy shift. Okay. But in the meantime, the Strength card comes up saying, don't let nobody play you. Don't let nobody manipulate you. Be strong. Don't let nobody manipulate you into, doing things that, you may end up in jail for and stuff like that. The Strength card represents when somebody might be testing you, or you may be getting tested through spirit. Okay. And the Strength card represents not allowing that person to make you self-destruct yourself. Okay. And then also Also, what your reading is saying is that many people hold on to their exes. They hold on to what they do. In fact, many people that even though they have appeared to move on, they're still holding on to their ex, even though it's appeared that they have moved on. They'll take their ex's crap into the new relationship. Leave that behind. Everybody is not going to be like your ex. And then don't get stuck on that zodiac sign thing. Don't say, "Oh, well, this person's a Gemini and I don't want to date them." If it was a Gemini that was in touch with his emotions and knew how to express himself to me and knew how to love and knew how to be compassionate with me and knew how to be there for me, I would jump at the chance to be with that Gemini. So every zodiac sign is not the same. That's just like there's some people that say that Cancers are stalkers. I don't stalk anybody. And maybe a Cancer stalked you. I had a Cancer stalk me. I got a Cancer still trying to stalk me. Doesn't mean that I am that way. So, don't judge signs based upon what your ex did. Okay? Because you never know. You may have a very good lover that comes in and, you guys are pushing that person away. And it could be somebody that, well, I don't have, maybe the reason why that Cancer sun or that Virgo sun did that to you is because, maybe they had maybe it just wasn't meant to be. People don't understand that, like literally when I have had to break up with people that I've been incompatible with, I'll tell them, I'll say, well, this is a compatibility issue. And they hold on to it 10, 15, 20 years later. Well, what are you talking about? There's no need for us to be angry. We just were not equally yoked. What's the problem? You see what I'm saying? So, you got to make sure that you don't do that. And when you stop doing that, you're going to naturally and organically attract people to you. Not somebody that somebody set up and sent to you to do whatever. I'm talking about an organic love connection will come to you as soon as you're able to do that. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys. Well, I got to go because my phone is only on 7%. I don't want to lose you guys. So, again, if you guys need to reach me, I am available for readings every day from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys want to get in on that special, cash at me. If you have any questions, you can text me 770-686-7461. Okay? I have room for about 3 readings today. Because, guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. Just because I say I'm open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. doesn't mean that I'm going to do 10 readings today. Because if I did 10 readings in one day, I would be wiped out for a week. I would, so I can't even do that many readings per day. Maybe like 2 or 3. 1 to 3 readings, 4 being on the high end. Okay. All right, guys. Also, consultations. You guys can contact me for consultations. Okay, if you're wondering how some people move on quickly and they move on and they don't think about things, that people say, if you've got those negative thoughts that's constantly running circles in your head, then that person won. They did their job, just what they wanted to do to you, which was to take over your mind, which is not good. I don't even know why y'all even consider that to be love, But anyway, everybody got their own thing. I'll see you guys later. Love and light.